Hello, my dear children. Today we are going to study the last chapter of geography, that is chapter number 9, and the name of the topic is Life in the Deserts. Boys, deserts, it is a place where there is lack of water, there is dry, barren, treeless region, usually sandy. So here is the chapter. In chapter 5, you have seen that water means life to plants, animals, and people. Boys, in our chapter number 5, you have seen there that water means life to plants, animals, and people. The necessity of water to this living world, how are they required, we have learned. It is difficult for anyone to live in places where there is no water to drink, where there is no grass for their cattle to feed on, and where there is no water to help the crops to grow. It is difficult for any individuals in order to live there, or for any person to live in those places where there is no water for drinking, as water is our basic needs. Life cannot sustain without water, and where there is no grass for their cattle in order to domesticate cattle, they need grasses, so it is hard to live in those areas where there is no grass in order to feed those cattle, and where there is no water in order to help the crops to grow, means for cultivation, okay, for agriculture purposes water is needed. So if there is no water, it is very difficult for people to settle there. We will now learn about the places in the world where people have learned to cope with extreme harsh temperatures, in some places as hot as fire and some as cold as ice. So here, boys, in this part of the chapter, we are going to discuss, we are going to learn about the places in the world where people, they have learned to cope. Cope means to deal successfully with extreme harsh. Harsh means very severe, okay, severe temperatures in some places which are hot as fire, and some as cold as ice, okay, some places which are very hot, okay, and which are very cold. These are the desert areas of the world, okay. It indicates, boys, the desert areas of the world. These are characterized by low rainfall, scanty vegetation, and extreme temperatures. So these deserts, boys, they are characterized, okay, they distribute by low rainfall, then very less vegetation. Scanty vegetation means very less vegetation, and extreme temperatures, where temperatures is either very high or very low. Sorry. Depending on the temperatures, there can be hot deserts or cold deserts. It depends on, say, temperature, boys. A place is having hot deserts or cold deserts. The people inhabit these lands wherever little water is available to practice agriculture. The people inhabit means the people they live in. Sorry. The people they live in these lands wherever little water is found there in order to practice agriculture. Agriculture it is very needed, okay, for their survival in order to grow any crops which they can consume or which they can sell and earn money. The hot desert Sahara. Sahara, I think that means desert, the name of this desert, Sahara Desert. You know, these boys, you have heard the name of this desert. Desert, you know, boys, it is an arid region which is characterized by extremely high or low temperatures and has scarce vegetation. Have a look closely, the right margin of this page. In case anybody asks you what is a desert, you have to answer this one, okay? It is an arid region which is characterized by extremely high or low temperatures and has scarce vegetation. Very less vegetation are found there, okay? So now let us see about this Sahara Desert. Look at the map of the world and the continent of Africa. Sahara it is a desert of Africa, okay? It's the largest desert. So here in our India, here also we have a desert which is known as third desert. It is in Rajasthan. So like that, boys, Sahara Desert is also one there, which is the largest desert. So here it asks to you to look at the map of the world and the continent of Africa. There locate the Sahara Desert covering a large part of North Africa. So the northern part of Africa it is covered by this Sahara Desert. It is the world's largest desert. Boys, underline this. And in case anybody asks you which is the largest desert in the world, if anybody asks you, you have to say the Sahara Desert. It has an area of around 8.54 million square kilometer. See the vastness of this Sahara Desert. Okay, it has an area of around 8.54 million square kilometer. Do you recall that India has an area of 3.2 million square kilometer? Do you remember this? Okay, that India it has an area of only say 3.2 million square kilometer. Now you can imagine how vast is this Sahara Desert. The Sahara Desert touches 11 countries. See, location of Sahara Desert, you see boys, it touches 11 countries. These are Algeria, Chad, Egypt, Libya, Mali, Mauritania, Morocco, Niger, Sudan, Tunisia, and Western Sahara. So these are the countries which touches by this Sahara Desert. When you think of a desert, the picture that immediately comes to your mind is that of sand. As in when, boys, you think about a desert, promptly the picture it will comes or instantly it will comes to your mind, that is sand. Okay, desert is full of sand. That will instantly come in your mind. But besides the vast stretches of sands that Sahara Desert is covered with, there are also gravel plains and elevated plateaus with bare rocky surface. So apart from, you see boys, vast stretches of sand, that wide sands, wide areas covered by sands. Apart from that, Sahara Desert is covered with, there are also gravel plants, okay, and elevated plateaus. You know that plain plateau, okay. So elevated plateaus are there with bare rocky surface are full of rock, okay. These rocky surfaces may be more than 2,500-meter high at some places. So these rocky surfaces here we find it may be more than 2,500-meter high at some places. See the left margin of page number 72. You will be surprised to know that present day Sahara once used to be a lush green plain. Okay, once it was, that means used to be a lush green plain. Cave paintings in Sahara Desert show that there used to be rivers with crocodiles, elephants, lions, giraffes, ostriches, sheep, cattle, and goats were common animals, but the change in climate has changed it to a very hot and dry region. Okay, so changes of this season, it brought these changes. Okay, see here location of Sahara Desert in the map, it shows here boys, and the countries it touches, it indicates here. So you must be clear this one, okay boys. Then now let us see climate of Sahara Desert. Okay, the climate of the Sahara Desert is scorching hot and parched dry. So the climate of Sahara Desert, it is extremely hot, okay, and totally here that means parched dry. It has a short rainy season. Sahara Desert, it is having a short rainy season. The sky is cloudless and clear. Here the moisture evaporates faster than it accumulates. Here what happened, here in Sahara Desert boys, the sky is cloudless and clear it remain, okay. Here the moisture evaporates faster than it accumulates. Accumulates means gather together, okay. The moisture, it evaporates, whatever moisture presence there, it used to evaporates very fast, okay, faster than it gather together there. Days are unbelievably hot, okay, unbelievably means very extremely, okay, extremely hot. The temperatures during the day may soar as high as 50 degrees Celsius. So temperature of Sahara Desert during the daytime, it may soar as high as 50 degree. It may reach as high as 50 degrees Celsius, okay. Heating up the sand and the bare rock, which in turn radiates heat, making everything around hot. So heating up the sand of that Sahara Desert and the bare rock, bare here means extending above the plain of mean high water, there that rocks, okay, what happen, which in turn radiates heat, making everything around hot. So these bare rocks which are there Okay, in turn, it radiates heat, making everything around hot. The nights may be freezing cold and temperatures nearing 0 degrees. During night time, you see the climate of that place. It may be freezing. Freezing is very cold. Okay, with temperatures nearing 0 degrees. Now, see, boys, do you know this one? Al Ajijia in the Sahara Desert, south of Tripoli, Libya, recorded the highest temperature of 57.7 degrees Celsius in 1922. See, is okay temperature. Flora and fauna. Now let us discuss about different plants and animals group which are found in the Sahara Desert. Vegetation in the Sahara Desert includes cactus, date, palms, and acacia. Since that means very less rainfall is there, so most part of that area, there you will find what plants it cannot grow, but some desert plant are there, such as cactus, date, palms, and acacia. In some places, there are oases, green islands with date palms surrounding them. Here, in some places, there are oases, okay, means some areas you will find where there's little water you will find, and surrounded that water, some plants, okay, green, in some plants also you can see there. So green islands with date palms surrounding them. Camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, many varieties of snakes and lizards are the prominent animal species living there. So regarding fauna, boys, fauna means animals. They are such as camels, hyenas, jackals, foxes, scorpions, many types of snakes and lizards. They are famous there. They are the main animal species which are living there. Again, have a look. Right margin. Scientists have actually found skeletons of fish in this desert. What could have happened? Now you can imagine. Okay, scientists, they have found some skeletons of fish in this desert. Now let us learn about the people of Sahara Desert. People, the Sahara Desert, despite its harsh climate, has been inhabited by various groups of people who pursue different activities. So, boys, the Sahara Desert, in spite of its harsh climate, extreme climate, okay, it has been inhabited by various groups of people, though that very area is very hot, even though people they lived, okay, there we find what various groups of people they used to live, who pursue different activities, and pursue means follow. They used to follow different work there, okay, activities. Among them are the Bedouins and Tuaregs. These are the people, okay, who settle there. These Bedouins and Tuaregs. These groups are nomadic tribes rearing livestock such as goats, sheep, camels, and horses. See, these Bedouins and Tuaregs, they are the group of people who are known as nomadic tribes. Nomadic means boys. They move according to the season, who do not have permanent home. Okay, so they used to change their residence. So they are those people. They used to domesticate their livestock, such as these goats, sheep, camels, and horses. These animals provide them with milk, hides, from which they make leather for belts, slippers, water bottles. Hair is used for mats, carpets, cloths, and blankets. So these animals, the animals which are domesticating there by these Tuaregs and Bedouins. So these animals, it used to provide them with milk. They used to get milk. Hide means skin, from which they can make, say, leather for belts, then slippers means chappal, water bottles, and hair of those animals, they use it for making mats, carpets, clothes, and blankets. They wear heavy robes as protection against dust, storms, and hot winds. So those people, they used to wear what? Heavy robes, okay, heavy clothes, in order to protect, okay. Here they used to wear long, loose outer garments, okay, and it used to protect them from dust storms, that dry powder storms, and hot winds. The oases in the Sahara and the Nile Valley in Egypt supports settled population, OCC, in the Sahara and Nile Valley in Egypt. They used to support settled population, those who are living there, okay. Since water is available, the people grow date palms, as water is available there, okay, in some areas. So the people, they used to grow date palms here. Crops such as rice, wheat, barley, and beans are also grown. Apart from that, date palms, crops such as rice, wheat, barley, and beans are also grown there. Egyptian cotton, famous worldwide, is grown in Egypt. So Egyptian cotton, which is famous throughout the world, it is grown in Egypt. The discovery of oil, a product in great demand throughout the world, in Algeria, Libya, and Egypt, is constantly transforming the Sahara Desert. So the discovery of oil, okay, it is a product which is in great demand throughout the world. In Algeria, Libya, and Egypt, is always transforming, okay. There it always make a marked change in the form of from a nature or appearance, the Sahara Desert. Other minerals of importance that are found in the area include iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium. So other minerals of importance which are found in the area, they are included, they include such as iron, phosphorus, manganese, and uranium. The cultural landscape of the Sahara is undergoing change. So cultural landscape there. of the Sahara is undergoing changes. Changes, that means it takes place here. Gleaming glass, cased office buildings, tower over mosques, and superhighways crisscross the ancient camel paths. See uh, that gleaming glass, it sees office buildings here, tower over mosques and superhighways. Superhighways means they are the multi-line highway, and crisscross. Crisscross means a pattern of intersecting straight lines or paths, that is called crisscross the ancient camel paths. Trucks are replacing camels in the salt trade. See, in place of camels, boys, trucks are playing a good role in the salt trade. Tuaregs are seen acting as guides to foreign tourists. More and more nomadic herdsmen are taking to city life, finding jobs in oil and gas operations. So, more and more nomadic herdsmen, okay, they are nomadic, that means those who domesticate animals are taking to city life where they're finding jobs in oil and gas operations. So again, you will see here page number 73. Do you know this is the second one? You must get through this one. You read it, okay? Some important fact you will find here. Now let us reach to the next page, that is page number 74. Word origin. Have a look. Word origin. Ladakh is made up of two words. La meaning mountain pass and Dak meaning country. So by combination of this La and Dak, this Ladakh is formed. Mark it, tick mark it, okay, and you must know it. Then Drash, one of the coldest inhabited places on earth, is located in Ladakh. Okay, Drash, here was, it is one of the coldest inhabited places on earth, which is located in Ladakh. Ladakh is there in Jammu and Kashmir. Now let us see the cold desert, Ladakh. So far we have discussed about the Sahara Desert. Now let us see a cold desert, that is Ladakh of our India. Ladakh is a cold desert lying in the Great Himalayas on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. So Ladakh, boys, it is a cold desert which is lying in the Great Himalayas or Himadri, okay, on the eastern side of Jammu and Kashmir. See here figure 10.4 in the map which is given here under. You can see this. The Karakoram Range in the north and the Zanskar Mountains in the south enclose it. Karakoram Range in the northern side and the Zanskar Mountains in the south enclose it. Karakoram, okay, and Zanskar Mountains, you must know where are they. Several rivers flow through Ladakh, Indus being the most important among them. So many rivers are there which flows through Ladakh. So among them Indus is the most important river. The rivers from deep valleys and gorges, rivers here, they are from deep valleys and gorges. Several glaciers are found in Ladakh. For example, the Gangri Glacier. So, many glaciers. Okay, they are found in Ladakh. Rivers of ice, they are found in Ladakh. As example, Gangri Glacier. Gangri Glacier. Gangri means one of the primary sources of Ganga. It is also there. The altitude in Ladakh varies from about 3000 meters in Kargil to more than 8000 meters in the Karakoram range. Okay, so the altitude in Ladakh, height of this Ladakh, it is different from about 3000 meters, that is in Kargil, to more than 8000 meters in the Karakoram range. Okay, in the Karakoram. Due to its high altitude, the climate is extremely cold and dry, as it is located at a very high altitude. That's why the climate of that place is very cold and dry. The air at this altitude is so thin that the heat of the sun can be felt intensely. So the air at this altitude, it is so thin, boys, that the heat of the sun, it can be felt intensely. Okay, it can be felt with extreme force or strength. The day temperatures in summer are just above 0 degree and the night temperatures well below 30 degrees Celsius. It is freezing cold in the winters when the temperatures may remain below minus 40 degrees Celsius for most of the time. See, we find the day temperature in summer are just above 0 degree and the night temperatures well below minus 30 degrees Celsius. Okay, and it is freezing cold. Okay, it is very cold area. Okay, in winters when the temperatures, it may remain below minus 40 degrees Celsius also for most of the time. As it lies in the rain shadow of the Himalayas, there is little rainfall as low as 10 centimeters every year. So, as that place, okay, it lies in the rain shadow. Rain shadow means a region having little rainfall of the Himalayas. There is a little rainfall, okay, as low as 10 centimeters every year. The area experiences freezing winds and burning hot sunlight. So, in those areas, boys, it experiences with what? Freezing winds means below 0 degree Celsius winds and burning hot sunlight. You will be surprised to know that if you sit in the sun with your feet in the shade, you may suffer from both sunstroke and frostbite at the same time. Boys, you will surprise here to know that if you sit in the sun with your feet in the shade, okay, you may suffer from both sunstroke, okay, you may suffer from both overheating, okay, and frostbite means injury to body tissues caused by exposure to extreme cold at the same time. Now let us see flora and fauna of that area. Due to high aridity, the vegetation is sparse. It is because of high or extremely dry. The vegetation is very less here, okay. There are scanty patches of grasses and shrubs for animals to graze. Okay, there are small patches, small areas of grasses are there, and shrubs. They are a woody plant smaller than a tree, which are for animals in order to graze there. Groves of willows and poplars are seen in the valleys. So, groves of willows. Willows means it is a type of tree, and poplars also, they are trees. Okay, they are seen in the valleys. During the summers, fruit trees such as apples, apricots, and walnuts bloom. So during summer season, fruit trees such as apples, apricots, and walnuts bloom there. Okay. Several species of birds are sighted in Ladakh. Several different types of say birds there. They can be seen there in Ladakh. Robins, redstarts, Tibetan snowcock, raven, and hoopoe are common. So these are the different birds which are found commonly. Okay, some of these are migratory birds. Okay, some of them, they are migratory birds. Migratory birds means those birds, they travel from one place to another. It's irregular times. Okay, often long term, their distances, from long distances they used to come and used to go. The animals of Ladakh are wild goats, wild sheep, yak, and special kinds of dogs. So these are the animals which are found there in Ladakh. The animals are reared to provide for the milk, meat, and hides. Animals, those which are domesticated by the people in the Ladakh area, they used to provide milk, meat, and hides. Yak's milk is used to make cheese and butter. The milk of yak is a type of bull, boys, like a bull. So its milk is used in order to make cheese and butter. The hair of the sheep and goat is used to make woolens. Okay, so hair of the sheep and goat, it is used for making woolens. Woolens means made wholly or partly of wool. People, do you find any resemblance between the people of Ladakh and the inhabitants of Tibet and Central Asia? It asks you. Okay. Do you find any being alike between the people of Ladakh and the inhabitants, those who are living there in Tibet and Central Asia? The people here are either Muslims or Buddhists. Okay, Muslim community or Buddhist communities, they are living there. In fact, several Buddhist monasteries dot the Ladakhi landscape with their traditional gompas. Actually, you see several Buddhist monasteries. Monasteries means they are a house for persons under religious vows, monas. Okay. Dot the Ladakhi landscape with their traditional gompas. Gompas means Buddhist temple is known as gompas. Some famous monasteries are Hemis, Thikshe, She, and Lamayuru. So these are some famous monasteries, okay, which are found there. In the summer season, the people are busy cultivating barley, potatoes, peas, beans, and turnips. During the summer season, people, those who are living there, they are busy in order to cultivate barley, potatoes, peas, beans, and turnip. Okay. The climate in winter months is so harsh that people keep themselves engaged in festivities and ceremonies. So the climate in the winter months, okay, in the winter season, it is so harsh, it is very extreme that people, they used to keep themselves uh, engaged of festivities and ceremonies during that cold, very extreme cold weather. People, they can't do any work, so in place of doing any work, they used to enjoy these different festivities and ceremonies. The women are very hard working. They work not only in the house and fields, but also manage small business and shops. So the people of this area, there among them, women are very hard worker, okay. We used to work not only in the house and fields, but they also used to manage small business and shops. Leh, the capital of Ladakh, underline this one also, the capital of Ladakh is Leh, is well connected both by road and air, okay. Leh, it is connected both by roadways and airways. The National Highway 1A connects Leh to Kashmir Valley through the Jojila Pass. Okay, National Highway number 1A, it connects Leh to Kashmir Valley through the Jojila Pass. Can you name some more passes in the Himalayas? Many passes are there. Okay, so can you name some of them? With the help of your Google, you can search it. Okay, and you can know it. Again, see the next page, that is page number 76. Do you know Manali Leh highway crosses 4 passes that are Rotangla, Baralachala, then Lungalachala and Tanglangla. The highway opens only between July and September when snow is cleared from the road. Tourism is a major activity with several tourists streaming in from within India and abroad. Tourism, boys, see, it is a major activity which is the commercial organization, this tourism, commercial organization and operation of holidays and visits to places of interest, okay. It is a major activity with several tourists streaming in from within India and from foreign countries also, okay, abroad. Visits to the Gompas tracks to see the meadows and glaciers, witnessing ceremonies and festivities are important activities. So, to visit there to the Compass tracks in order to see meadows and glaciers, okay. They are witnessing ceremonies and festivities are important activities here. Life of people is undergoing change due to modernization, but you see, as development, it happen, it is occurring each and every places. So life of people is undergoing change due to modernization, okay, turn it modern way, okay. But the people of Ladakh have over the centuries learned to live in balance and harmony with nature. But people of Ladakh, boys, you see, they have over the centuries learned how to live and balance, okay, in such a harsh climate, okay, in a peaceful way, how to live with nature they learn. Due to scarcity of resources like water and fuel, they are used with reverence and care. So, as there is lack of water, okay, as there is a lack of resources such as water and fuel, they are used with reverence and care. Reverence means deep respect and care. Nothing is discarded or wasted. So, nothing it is got rid of or used carelessly. So, here is the end of the chapter. Thank you all.